they're still the same exact colors too. But just not really. It's pretty neat to know that.
Sirens, we didn't hook up. We hook up the lights. We were going to do the siren, but then we decided people might take it as the fire alarm, so it does the lights. And one of these is 1909.
What number was I going to? Wait, do you still remember the number that was going to pick?
I think he's
Do
on.
you want the oldest one?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh boy,
Can you see
the
it?
changer minder.
Wait,
I'm waiting to see it.
Alright, here comes
We
the
just
oldest
got that one in. That flathead.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm amazed at that engine. As big as those flatbeds, it's on the 750.
You know the Mecum auctions that go on up in Yosemite? It's like Bear Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
They do them all the year, like something
Yeah,
in
let's go
January.
up to the second story.
Сейчас сверху откуда-то достанет, значит.
I think it's between
Ну,
that one.
Oh, it's on the second level.
типа стоянка такая.
Oh, yep, no, it's moving over.
Alright, let's get the oldest car out.
Дальше поехал.
Oh, yeah.
They call the machine boomerang.
Look at
Since it opened in 2013, the museum boomerang has moved 226
that's why there's a boomerang.
And then the guy who walked out turned around like 20 minutes later, last 66. But they've been found.
Oh my God.
Like 5 minutes. And then they go, what are you going to do with it? Oh, they're going to go in a barn, in a warehouse. And you're going to back?
No one's ever seen it. That's a shame.
It's gonna go right there down.
You got to. I've had an old Corvette for 26 years, and you don't take them out, they don't fall apart.
I've got an older Harley in my garage, a new one, an older one, and the older one with the, you know, the other day it was disintegrated.
Yeah, that bike's gorgeous. It was just about a month ago.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful.
One day the
Never
volunteer.
had the honor of riding a bike like that.
Look at that bad boy.
It's a cool car. You won't break any speed barriers with it.
Uh-oh, she's missing the one she wanted the first time, isn't
known
it?
for its
Yes, that's what she wanted to see. Yeah. So they basically put a motor on a horse carriage.
Look how
Because when you look at it, it's a horse
does look like a
carriage.
horse carriage.
When it starts to rotate, check out the length of the hose for the horn. Gas lanterns.
That is pretty.
Alright, after this one.
У меня такой бак сзади малюсенький.
That's the oldest car in this collection.
That's a 66.
66?
They look the same in those.
Only in America.
That's a pretty car.
Yeah. Yeah, and they want to come in and change it. I get very, very, very down on the immigrants that come in and want it their way. Very down.
I know.
Don't change it.
We can do the paddy wagon after.
Some people today don't even know what a paddy wagon is.
Well, that's the first thing I ask people. I says, why was it named after? Most of them don't. And then I tell them.
Uh-oh, police cars coming out.
Why was it named paddy wagon?
Cruiser.
Back in the, this is like,
Did you ask for that?
people would say I'm not being politically correct today, but back in the 20s and 30s, most
Yeah.
of the immigrants coming to the States were from Ireland.
Right.
And New Yorkers, like they gave the Italians, I'm not going to say it, but
I
gave
know.
them, the Irish became patties because a lot of them are named. And when the cops were getting calls to the local bars, 95% of the drunks they were arresting
Yeah.
were Irishmen, so they renamed the
Paddy wagon.
Paddy wagon.
Oh, good to know. Because I used to see paddy wagons all the time in New York, and I didn't know why they were named that way. Now I do.
Pontiac. See on that list if they got a Pontiac.
Paddy wagon. Look at state trooper. It looks like a New York state trooper.
2003 FHP, Florida Highway Patrol.
Florida?
Yes. Yeah, most of the cars nowadays are Chargers and Challengers, but back in the day, I saw an article a couple weeks ago I thought was really cool. LA, the Crown Vic was their car. And
Right.
the last time they bought them was like 2010, but they bought like an extra 5,000 of them. Wow. And they've been doling them out slowly. They're brand new cars, but
Yeah.
they're in storage, and they saved a ton of money
I
doing
bet.
it that way.
My dad used to always like rent, we'd always would get like the old police cars. What would you say they were called?
Crown Vics.
Yes. And my dad was like, why do we always get this car too, when we're renting a car? So this is the only car that can fit all your stuff in.
Yeah.
Why did they say like paddy wagon? So what are you talking about?
Oh, here's the paddy wagon
Well, I didn't know either
This
when
is
I
another
came to this
police
country. I
car.
said, what the hell is that?
from the 30s, thank you. The 1930s.
Yeah, we're just saying in the...
What is the significance?
Это тоже полицейская машина. Видишь, наручники сзади.
Your handcuffs
Oh,
are
I
down.
see.
So when they arrested you,
You didn't hear?
Yeah.
they
Oh,
just
that's funny.
My son
So some people get to ride
himself to
just
the,
arrested the last 3 years.
Especially if
handcuffs
you're,
were in the
that's
car.
what he was saying.
It's the only thing that was
They
ever.
weren't put in delicately.
He handcuffed himself to the steering wheel.
Well,
of the
if
police
you were
station.
unstable
And
due to
rowdy.
your habit, your bad habit, so if you got in trouble,
Nice
you'd get.
blue, huh?
Then you
Yeah.
might be dragging behind the car. People, they have to put more than, 2 or 3 people in.
Earl, your handcuffs are there.
That would be the police officer, and the people that were being bad. Maybe they have two police officers. But then, all the people that were. Sturdy looking thing.
Sure is.
Yep.
Very nice.
1931.
Have you been to Lantana? We were there on the boat on St. Patty's. Yeah. Us.
Не, красивую.
Oh, look at this car.
But she said a W and a V are opposite in, she said we call it the Volkswagen. Yeah. Not Volkswagen.
Once he took over, then he started doing the different model styles. But they almost canceled. This one's really good. It wasn't selling. They put a TV.
And when I heard all that, it was freaking me out. I owned a Volkswagen. I had a couple of them. Only one. I never liked Volkswagen. I did. If you get hit, that's it. No, no. My daughter was saved with one. And they told us, they said if she was in another car, he said she would be dead. The whole back end went up and it did not crush her. She was lucky. He says the Volkswagen was very well made. She was very lucky because I wouldn't have my granddaughter. Okay. Yeah.
This one's cool, right?
She's had this mechanic father and son, generations of people taking care of it. They stored, she went to see her cruising.
No, not this.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, the speed is like
It's
this.
upstairs.
I don't know.
And it's so how does they want to stuff
I know,
in? Even here for like an hour.
Kathy and
If you look over the wall, just inside, see where it says that air pump is?
Yes.
Just to the left is a picture on the wall.
I see it.
Mom, what's
That car.
That's really cool.
Hudson limousine.
Yeah, this car for some of us older folks would probably Rick. This car that's coming up is a 1920 Hudson limo. Was owned by Enrique Caruso.
Really?
Yeah, it's his personal car. There's a picture right here
1920 New York.
on the wall there. He's standing next to the same car.
Charlie, 1920 New York.
Yeah.
Enrique Caruso owns
This is Craig.
that.
There's a
We live
picture
near
up there on the wall.
Sound, and there's a bridge road. Used to be that
Right.
I drove past this digging and construction a couple of
Два
times.
колеса запасных.
Just recently, and it's some monstrosity being built. Just recently read what it was all about. Michael Jordan's
Compound.
garage, where his cars are stored.
Mama,
So he's broke.
There's a whole list over there.
To Milwaukee.
Yeah.
The cars.
For a Bucks gauge.
Light instructor. I think it's the coolest thing in this whole building. Orville.
What is it? Orville, right.
Taught him how to fly. He's got his
okay.
signature on his license. I'm like, damn.
You know, I was telling them, I'm from Germany, and in Stuttgart we have a Mercedes museum, and this reminds me of a museum from back home. Mercedes has like 3 floors,
Very similar.
and on the 3rd floor, they have all this cars lined up from 1200 to today, and they look like they're racing. And the trophies on the side, from the 2nd floor all the way up to the 3rd floor.
Nice.
So that reminds me, because they have planes hanging,
She's going to say yes or
an
no.
engine hanging, so that reminds me of that.
Very nice.
Oh, I like that.
There was a family, the Donnelly family. They had a collection of all these 50 cars, all these Model A's and Model A's.
Yeah.
It was years ago.
Yeah.
Most of the old ones are from their collection.
Big bucks.
Yes.
You look at like Jane. I know
I'm
most
surprised that we had an auction here about 3 years ago. We weren't selling any of the cars, but the company was using the museum for the, like this whole room was cleared out and the stage was set up.
This is a 1934 model.
Yeah, the Model T, I see the one that has the back, the roll.
I was flabbergasted. I was working and they were doing it. I said, "Why so cheap?"